guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am really excited. I have a really fun video for you guys. If you are new here, hello, my name is Stephanie. It's so nice to have you. I'm so glad that you can join us today for this video. So today it's a collaboration with two of my really good friends here on YouTube, Crafting Mama Bear and Jessica Sunshine. We decided that we were going to do a collaboration and we were going to make some Valentine's wreaths. I'm really excited to see what they have come up with, so I will make sure to link their channels down below in the description box, and I will also link them above in the cards. There may even be a playlist, so make sure you check that out. I'm really excited to show you guys what I came up with, but I would love it if you would head over to their channels to see what they came up with as well. So without further ado, let me show you how I made my Dollartree Valentine's wreath. Let's get started. Okay guys, so for this wreath, you're going to need a wire wreath form from the Dollar Tree. You will need scissors or a rotary cutter as well. Some pipe cleaners. I picked up multiple packs just because I only wanted to use the red and I wanted to make sure I had enough. Then I picked up 2 light pink mesh ribbons, and then I picked up a darker pink and then a red. And I was hoping that my bundles would be a little bit ombre, if that makes sense. So I was going from red to dark pink to light pink. So altogether I have 6 mesh ribbons, and then I picked up this ribbon from the Dollar Tree and also this one. And then I picked up a smaller ribbon with just some pink hearts on it. This is completely optional. You don't need all this ribbon. I just didn't know how much ribbon I was going to need for this project, so I bought as many cute ribbons as I could just in case. So basically I'm going to take my mesh and I am going to measure them out at 8 inches. And I was trying to do it the quick and easy way, but this isn't so easy. Mesh is a little bit hard to work with. So I'm just basically placing my ribbon one on top of each other, or my mesh, sorry, and I'm going to just cut them all at once to try to speed the process up a little bit. So I put the red, the dark pink, and the light pink, and then I measured 8 inches, and that's where I will be cutting. So you can see here, this is what you will end up with. And now I didn't necessarily know how long I wanted the ribbons to be for my bundle, but I just went ahead and I measured them out to 8 inches as well. And I cut all my ribbon at 8 inches. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is maybe the 3rd time in my entire life that I have made a mesh wreath. So I didn't quite know how I was going to execute this project, but in the end, I think it turned out great. So right now, I didn't know how much ribbon I was going to be using, so I honestly took all the ribbon and I cut it all, just to make sure I had enough. So I cut it all in 8-inch pieces, and I used the whole spool of ribbon. So I did have a lot left over, so you don't necessarily have to do that, but I always save things for different projects, so it wasn't a big deal for me. Now I'm just going to dovetail the ends of my ribbon, and I'm going to do them in 2s, just to kind of speed the process up. And here's all my ribbon cut out, and now I'm going to do that to my smaller ribbons. And here they all are. So you can see I have a lot of ribbon. And I tried to use up a lot of it, but I did have some extra, so. Now this smaller ribbon right here, initially I was going to only cut to 6 inches, but then I forgot that that's what I was doing, and I ended up cutting them to 8 inches. So Now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all my mesh before I start making my bundles. So that's what I'm doing here. And I ended up having extra bundles, and I'll tell you why later. I originally thought I was going to need 6 bundles per section on the wreath, if that makes sense. But some of them I didn't need 6 bundles. But here's all the mesh that I had left over, which is fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and save that for another project. Again, you probably don't need as much ribbon as I used. So let me show you how I'm going to make my bundles. So I'm going to lay the red mesh down, and I'm basically just going to scrunch it up like that. Now you want to make sure that the finished edges are on the side. So you're going to want to scrunch it up the long way. That's going to give your bundles more of a finished look. And I'm going to do that for the red mesh, the dark pink mesh, and also the light pink mesh. And then I am just going to place them in my fingers, and I'm just going to hold them with my fingers and pinch them right there. But like I said, I was kind of going with a little bit of an ombre look for my bundles, so I just placed them in my fingers like that, and I held them like that. Now I'm just going to take my pipe cleaner, and I actually ended up cutting my pipe cleaners in half. You don't need to use a full pipe cleaner. They're a little long, and I got away with just cutting them in half, and it was actually plenty to still wrap them around the wire wreath. And that is what the bundle looks like. Now I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that I made my bundles. So I'm going to use the same method. I'm just going to scrunch it up, place it in between my fingers, and I'm going to do that with all my pieces of mesh. Now the reason I made different bundles is because I wanted some bundles to be just the mesh. I wanted a couple bundles to have that cute conversation heart ribbon, and then I wanted some white in my wreath, so some of them just have different ribbons, and I place them sporadically through my wreath, as you'll see. So this is the bundle with the conversation heart ribbon, and that is how it turned out. And then I'm going to show you another bundle that I made. So again, just use the same method. And once I have them all placed in my fingers, this time I'm going to take this white ribbon that has the red hearts on it, and I'm going to place that on top of my bundle. And then I also wanted to use this smaller ribbon and place that on top of my bundle as well. So kind of just give it that layered effect, make it look a little bit more full. And I didn't really want my wreath to turn out so red or so pink, so I wanted to make sure I had little pops of white in there just to kind of break up the color a little bit. And so there's another bundle that I made. So basically now I have all my bundles made, and I'm going to start placing them on my wire wreath in no particular order. I didn't really have a pattern that I was going with, but how it turned out was at the beginning of one of the sections of my wreath, I used a bundle that didn't have any ribbon, and then I used a ribbon one, and then no ribbon, and then a ribbon one, if that makes sense. This first section, I ended up using 6 bundles, and then I realized the next section I only needed 5. And then the next section I needed 6, and then the very last section, for some reason, I only needed 4. And it looked plenty full, and it looked very well. It looked great. So I had more ribbon and more mesh than I really needed, and I had some extra bundles. So now what you're going to do is you're going to, with the pipe cleaner, you're going to stick that in the wire wreath, and you're going to wrap it around the 2 middle wires. And I tried to wrap them as tight as I possibly could so they weren't sliding, just to make it a little bit easier. And this is what it looks like. I still have one section that I need to do, and I am going to show you here how I finished that last section. So basically I'm just going to take a bundle, I'm going to stick that in the wreath form, and I'm going to flip it over and make sure you wrap it around the 2 middle wires. Make it as tight as you can. So right now I have 3, and this will be my 4th one. So as you can see, for some reason, this last section, I only needed 4 bundles. And there you go. That is what it looks like. I absolutely love how it turned out. It's very festive, very Valentine's. It's red and pink. And I just think that it is so cute. Now go ahead and trim all of that mesh that you have flying around, all that scraggler mesh. Just trim those up and make sure you fluff up your ribbon as well. Now I couldn't decide whether I wanted the pink heart or the red heart. I got these foam hearts. They're very glittery. I got them from the Dollar Tree. Basically, I decided to use the pink one in the beginning, and I just cut off the little ribbon that is meant to hang this heart. Now what I'm going to do to attach this heart is I'm going to use a pipe cleaner, and I'm going to figure out where I want my heart to sit on the wreath and kind of measure it so you can get an idea of where you need to put your glue. So use a pretty good amount of hot glue and then attach that pipe cleaner to the heart. And then go ahead and get an idea of where that's going to be placed so you know where to put the next pipe cleaner. And I ended up putting it down here, used a good size amount of hot glue, and then I attached another pipe cleaner. Now I kind of wanted my heart to not necessarily be in the middle of the wreath, but I kind of wanted it to be off to the side. So once the hot glue is dry, I actually add a little bit more hot glue just to make sure it stays in place. And now it is time to attach it to the wreath. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to try to find a little opening where you can place the 2 pipe cleaners inside of there. Make sure you wrap them around the 2 middle wires. And I'm just going to place them there. And once I have a good place for that pipe cleaner, I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to find a place where I can attach the top to the wreath. So I hope I'm making sense, you guys. But you can see what I'm doing here. Once I have them in place, I'm just going to hold it like that and flip it over. And then find my pipe cleaners. And I'm going to pull pretty tight because I want to make sure this heart stays put. So now I'm just going to tie that up. And you can trim the edges of these pipe cleaners. You can trim them up if you want. I just decided to leave them. Go ahead and tie that bottom one up nice and tight. And there you have it, guys. I love how it looks with just this pink heart. I think it's adorable. I think it all goes really well together. Now, if you want, you could leave your wreath just like this. But I decided to go ahead and add the red heart to the wreath. I just felt like it was too pink and I just wanted to add the red heart as well. You don't have to do that. Basically what I did is I just hot glued it to the pink heart. I didn't need to use any pipe cleaners. I just hot glued it to the pink heart, and this is what it looks like, and this is the final project. I think it turned out so good. I love it. I do not think it was a mistake to use that red heart. It looks great on my front door. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. So there you have it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you like my Valentine's mesh wreath from the Dollar Tree. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss upcoming DIYs. And please make sure you go check out Crafting Mama Bear and Jessica Sunshine to see what they came up with. Have a good day, guys. Bye.